We estimate that about 150,000 people around the country have been displaced as a result of this recent flooding. The figures we have indicate that about 26,000 houses have been either partially damaged or completely destroyed by these floods. So we're talking about a massive number of people, and these are the worst floods that we've seen in Khartoum since 1988, when the Nile burst its banks. So Khartoum is really the worst affected place in the country. There are places where the tarmac road is the only dry area because the road is raised off the ground, and sometimes you'll find a lake of water on either side, and the road acts like a dam. These people have been camping along the sides of these roads, waiting for assistance, sometimes waiting for transport to take them to a safer and dry area. And there were more rains just 3 days ago, which affected even more people. And some of these people that were sheltering on these dry roads found those roads themselves became flooded. It's still early days for us to assess the full extent of the damage and the scale of this crisis, because we can't get to all of the affected areas. In fact, some villages are still completely cut off, and some people had to be evacuated because, as I say, entire villages have been cut off by water. So it's still early days for us to know the full extent of this. Obviously there are going to be some crops which have been damaged. A lot of infrastructure has been damaged, but our priority for now has been the 150,000 people who have been rendered either homeless or who have had to leave their homes because their homes are simply underwater or surrounded by water on every side. We have already been assisting with chlorination of some of the water supply systems. We've been trucking water to areas. We've been providing mosquito nets. Tens of thousands of mosquito nets we've given out, because when the water sits in stagnant pools, it becomes a breeding ground for mosquitoes, and malaria is already a big threat, a big problem in Sudan. And when latrines are flooded and other water and sanitation systems are ruined as a result of the water, that creates a far greater risk of the spread of waterborne diseases. So a lot of work to be done. We've got mobile clinics being established in different places, and all kinds of assistance is being sent to people. But that's not to say that enough is being done. On the contrary, we know that not enough is being done. This emergency has overwhelmed the national response system and the international organizations that are here. And there are a lot of people who are very unhappy because they've not seen any assistance arriving in their areas yet. So assistance is being distributed. Food is being distributed, plastic sheeting, water buckets, sleeping mats, kitchen sets, all kinds of household items are being distributed to people, but clearly it's not enough. There are a lot of people who have not yet received any help because they're in remote areas, because they're in areas that have simply not been reached yet. And it takes a while to register everybody and find ways to really manage the emergency response. We don't know what's to come in the future, but we are liaising very closely with the government and trying to do all that we can to assist those who have already been affected. But it's going to be a long process of rebuilding these affected areas and helping people to be able to move back into their homes as the water subsides. We are preparing for more rains because this is the rainy season, and there's still a few months left of the rainy season. So yes, we certainly expect that other parts of the country may be affected, and we do have contingency plans. We're looking into those again now. But yes, we certainly can't say that this crisis is over. In some ways, it's only just beginning.